Hey there everybody, it is Big Dave, and today I'm doing something a little bit different. Normally I'm playing Hitman, but today I'm playing Elden Ring. I wanted to do a challenge video, because I really enjoyed playing this game. I've got way too many hours on it, and I wanted to go back and revisit it, so I thought a challenge video might be something fun to try. Now, this might not be a good idea because I actually haven't played Elden Ring in several weeks since I originally completed it. Um, there has now been two major patches, updates for this game, and I have not played on either of them. Things may not work the way they used to, uh, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, I'm going to be doing this in, I guess, the style of Castlevania. I'm going to be playing as Simon Belmont, and we're going to make up a set of rules that this challenge has to follow in order to keep with that theme. I'm going to go over all the rules and all that kind of stuff in a minute, but first, let's get into the game. Being that this is Castlevania themed, I'm going to be using whips only as my weapon, and whips primarily scale with strength and dex, I believe, so I'm just going to pick a class that has strong strength and dex values. So I think I'm going to go with warrior. 10 strength and 16 dex should allow me to wield almost any of the whips. There's one or two exceptions, but that's what I'm going to go with to start, and then I will just upgrade my other stats as needed. Of course, our name is going to be Simon Belmont. I think I'm going to go ahead and start with a stone sword key, just to make things a little bit easier when I run across my first door. Alright, so now I actually need to build Simon in here, and it's probably going to take forever, so instead of making you watch all that, I'm just going to skip right to it. Alright, so I went for the Super Smash Brothers version of Simon Belmont. I think we got pretty close here. About as close as I'm gonna get. The hairstyling seems a little bit weird, but there's no exact hair in Elden Ring already that kind of matches Simon's hairstyle. But it's alright, we're going to go with this. Right. Skip. I'm going to skip right past all that stuff. And then get into this game real quick. Alright, so we're not going to fight this boss. I don't even have a whip yet anyway. So we're just going to go ahead and jump off the cliff here. Good times. Alright, so I'm in the tutorial area. Again, I'm not killing anybody yet because I do not have a whip, so I'm not going to jump down there and do the tutorial yet. But I will come back here and kill some of those enemies, at least the boss, just to get some runes. Alright, out into the world. Let's catch this Grace and then start running. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is get my horse. That's going to be very important. Now it's true, Simon Belmont does not ride a horse in the Castlevania games, at least not that I remember. But we're going to be doing that anyway, because running around this gigantic game would be miserably long. And even if you wouldn't have to watch it, because it would be edited out, I sure as heck don't want to do it.
Have you heard of they said
All right.
that you I can
Yep,
turning
yep.
into
Finger
AJ
maidens, I know.
Clifford.
Give me the horse.
Then it's settled. Summon me. I bequeath.
Yes.
Use
Thank
it.
you.
Or some torrent. Treat him with.
Alright, now that we have a horse, we need to find ourselves a whip. So that's going to be the next order of business, and as we go there, I'm going to explain the actual rules of this challenge that I'm doing. Alright, so now that we got our horse, the closest whip, at least that I know of, is way down at the southern tip of the map, in a castle whose name I forget, but I should have looked up before I started talking about it. That's fine, it doesn't matter. Anyway, we don't have to kill anybody to get to it, so it's just a regular whip. It's called Whip. and we're just going to run and get it. But let's talk about the rules. So rule number one, of course, is whips only. We're only going to be using whips to attack. We cannot use shields for defense. No spells, no incantations, no summons. I don't think. I suppose it's possible that we might come across something that would fit into the Castlevania world somehow, but as for right now, it's going to be none. It's going to be a no-go on any of those. Woo! So Castlevania, of course, also has lots of items that you can use. And there are some analogous items in Elden Ring that we can use. For example, throwing daggers. There are throwing daggers in Castlevania and Elden Ring. Perfect. Throwing axes. There are no throwing axes in Elden Ring, but there are kukris, which is close enough. I'll allow it. There's, of course, the holy water item that you can throw. You know what? Let's talk to her real quick. Might as well get various storylines going in case we need them for some reason. Anyway, there's nothing like holy water in Elden Ring, but there are holy pots. So that's also close enough, I guess, in case we need that. I don't know that we would ever need that for anything, but in case we do, we got it. There's also, of course, the meat health power-ups, which we'll just call the flasks. That works fine. But then, of course, there's also a lot of items that there's no real analog for in Elden Ring, like the cross boomerang, or the buffs for like double and triple shot, the invisibility potion, the stopwatch. I almost got hit by that arrow because I was paying attention to what I was saying, not what I was doing. Let me get out of this guy's line of sight. So the whip is in here. So we've just got to basically run away from everybody and find that whip as fast as we can. Nope. The last game I played through was Sniper Elite 5, and I'm kind of still stuck in that control scheme, so it's going to take me a minute to get used to using different controls. So I don't exactly remember where the whip is in this place, so I'm basically going to be running around like a crazy person because I can't attack anybody. Just trying to find this stupid whip. No, dog. No, no. Everybody leave me alone. I'm busy. No. Well, I didn't mean to go down here, but this is where we are. Wait, this may be the right place, actually. Oh, that's not it. Nope. Well, that reminds me, though, speaking of talismans, in lieu of all those things that I can't use, I think it's only fair that we allow talismans. We're not going to be doing spells or incantations for buffs, but talismans, I think we really need talismans. So, talismans and flasks are all good. Is this it? Nope. Oh, rats. Hold on. Yo! We have ourselves a whip, ladies and gentlemen. We can start playing the game now. Okay. Let's grab this Grace real quick. As soon as I get it equipped. The exact second I get it equipped. That's fine. Whatever. Alright. So, one other fun little fact about this. I've never used the whip before in this game. In my casual playthrough, I mostly did katanas for a while. And then I did a lot of magic. I tried a lot of different stuff, actually. I did great sword for a while. Let's see how the whip does. Well, it can hit multiple targets at once. So that's not nothing. Doesn't do a lot of damage. It's fast-ish, I guess. Can you do a jump attack? Not well. Well, that's not bad, actually. Okay, alright. Okay. So this is definitely a viable weapon, even though I've never used it before. That's fine, that's fine. I don't think I'm quite ready to go and face the boss of this area yet. You know, eventually. Keep hitting crouch instead of run because I'm used to playing other games. Here, I'm gonna get this. Hey, excuse me, I'm gonna get this. Hey. Throwing daggers. Nice. Another item we can actually use. And I'm dead. Probably gonna be happening a lot in this run. Alright, so our first level costs about 800 runes. I do want to catch some levels. I don't feel like I'm very strong right now because I'm not very strong right now. So I'm going to head back to the beginning area of the game, take out some early enemies, take out some early bosses. Then we can get some level ups and become a little bit more powerful. I also was thinking about what kind of Ash of War I want to use. I was thinking about the Bloodhound Step because it's a very quick way to dodge if you're not good at rolling, like I'm not. But also, it's kind of in canon with Castlevania. Richter, of course, has a slide attack, so it's close enough. I'll allow it. So we may be going to get Bloodhound Step pretty soon. All right, time for a boss. Ye old soldier of Godric in here. Let's see how hard he's going to be with a whip. Alright, buddy, let's go. Huh. So, not very hard is the answer. Cool. Now, I tried to do a riposte there, and it wouldn't let me. I guess it makes sense that a whip wouldn't be able to do that. I don't know. Maybe I just didn't do it right. All right, let's go for a legitimate, or what I assume is going to be a legitimate challenge. Let's try to take this this boss right here. First tree sentinel. Whoop, whoop. Come on, guy. 65 damage. Not great. Okay. That seems about right. That seems about right. Alright. Damn, dude. If this is an indication of the bosses to come, this run is gonna suck. So maybe this is the play. Like, ugh, try to stay out of range of his halberd. And get in hits when you can. Whoop. I mean, it's not great, but it's not working. So, you know. Ugh, dude. I'm so, I'm so not strong against that. That halberd hits so hard. Alright. It's been fun, dude, but I'm gonna skip this guy for now. We will definitely be back, though. Gotta get a little beef here. I need to get some runes, I need to get some levels, I need to get some smithing stones, and upgrade my whip. That will also be a great help. Cracked pot. Okay, nice. So, if I do decide I want to do any holy pots / holy water, I will need cracked pots to craft them, so that's something. I also need to run around all the cemetery sites and loot all the coffins, which is a weird thing to say, but there's always lots of runes around there. Alright, let's see how we do against this boss. What is it? It's a beastman. Okay, alright, settle down. Hey, take it easy. Oh. Whew. Ah, gosh darn it. All right. Seems like you can stun lock this guy for a second. Oop. If you can hit him. Yo. Oh, crap. But if he breaks out of that stun lock, he is angry. Get him. Get him. Come on. Nope. Alright. We got this, y'all. We got this. Let's go. a very simple boss defeated. But hey, it's something, man. It's something. Stun lock for the win, for sure, man. That was the way to go. That is not going to work on everybody at all. But it works on that guy, and that's what's important. Lord Sworn's Greatsword. I remember using that for a while during my Cadfael playthrough. Of course, we're not going to use it here, but we still are good to pick up any weapons we can find, because we can sell them. Sell them for runes, and that means levels. Man, this guy called all his friends. Come on. Woo, got the map. Run away. Don't crouch, idiot. Flail. Now that's interesting. Does the flail count? It's not a whip, but it's very similar to the Morningstar whip. Basically just with a shorter chain. I don't think it counts. I think we're going to stick to whips. Whips only. I'm tempted to throw a lot of levels at my vigor just to get some more HP. But I think the better play is to build up strength and dex so that I hit harder. And then just try to dodge as much as I can. Instead of, you know... This is not a build where you can just tank damage. So I just got to get good at dodging. That's the long and short of it. I think I might try to head over to Caelid, get over to Dragon Barrow, and see if I can grab that Bloodhound Step. Now, the Bloodhound Step is held by a Knight's Cavalry. It's going to be exceptionally difficult at my current level. But the last time I played this game, you could kind of cheese that dude to commit suicide by jumping off a cliff. Don't know if that still holds true. Like I said, there's been two patches, two updates since the last time I played. So they may have fixed that. In which case, there's no way I'm going to be able to beat that guy at my current level. But you never know until you try, so let's go see. It's going to take me a minute to get over there, so I'm just going to skip all that. Over here. Over here. Come on. Oh! Is it gonna give me the runes? Yo! Yes. Okay. Alright, so the answer is yes. He is still cheesable on current patch. So we got our Bloodhound Step, and we got 42k. So we can get some nice levels real quick. Alright. So I made the long trek over to Caria Manor. Just killing enemies, picking up items along the way. Trying to upgrade my whip as much as I can, but I came over to Caria because there's another whip in here. I'm trying to avoid all these hands because I don't think I'm powered up quite enough to especially fight the big ones. But I'm just trying to remember where the whip is. Alright, so, okay, here we go. So, like, oh yeah, they give you a little platform. It's just hard to see. It's very small. Alright. Two-handing jump attack with a whip seems pretty good. Okay, there we go, the Yorumi. Great. Now that I've leveled up a bit, let's give old Margit a try and see how it goes. What even happened? Bro! He knocked me off the cliff. Bro, he knocked me off the cliff again. How come I can fall off the cliff, but he'll never fall off the cliff? Who? Nope. Got greedy. Quite a dodge jump there. You got some distance on that one. Ooh. Roger's gone, which is totally fine. Shoot. He always follows up after that. I always forget he has a follow-up. No! There it is. Alright, that took way too long. But we're getting there. Very slowly, but surely, we're getting there. Alright, so next up, Stormveil Castle. Let's get in there and do it. Yeah. One thing at least, whips are good for birds that are trying to attack you. And screw these birds, by the way. Birds are some of the worst enemies in this game. But you can hit them out of the air pretty easily with the whip, so that's good at least. Let's see if we can just get past this giant courtyard full of enemies without aggroing too many of them. Well, we are almost at Godric, and I'm feeling severely underpowered to go up against him. But you know what? We can at least see what happens. Alright, there's still some exploring I could do in Stormvale. But I'm curious to see how awful Godric is going to be. Sorry, I'm curious to see how awful I'm going to be against Godric. Woo! Woo! Dang. Is that enough attacks? Jeez, dude. Tornado. Second tornado. I am cornered right now. Get out. Get out. Ah! Hey, got about a quarter of his health. Not bad. Considering I had no idea if I was going to be able to do hardly any damage to him at all. Alright, go ahead and kill me. This one's not going anywhere. You know, I was thinking maybe I should use some greases. Can I use greases on this whip? I'm sure I can on the regular whip. Or maybe I can't. Hold on. Oh, I can. Okay. Woo! Woo! Don't be greedy. Oh! What? What kind of damage was that? I also wanted to go over here and grab this golden seed real quick. That's very important. And, of course, talk to this lady.
I'm here by decree. How utterly this graft is tainted the very.
Because if I need her to, she can help me in the Godric fight by being a nice distraction. It's not my preference to use the, like, storyline summons like that. But it is definitely helpful. I'm still kind of on the fence whether I want to do any kind of summons at all. I think what I would do is, if it's something that makes sense in the Castlevania universe. I mean, I know in the later games, your main characters can summon. Obviously, in like Castlevania 1, 2, 3, you don't really do summons. But later on, you can. Basically, after Symphony of the Night, from then on, you can do summons in most of the games. Now, they're not always Belmonts, so it's kind of dancing around the rules there. But if it was like, if you could summon a bat, right? If you could summon one of the bats, I feel like that would be okay. If you could summon Dracula, I feel like that would be okay. I don't know. If you could summon a werewolf, I don't think you can do any of those things. I mean, there are bats in this game, but I don't know if there's a bat summons. Maybe there is. Maybe I should do a little research. Anyway, just have that in my back pocket, just in case. But before I go for Godric again, I think I'm going to go tackle some of the side bosses, like the early side bosses, build up some runes, get a couple more levels, and then get back to Godric. So let's do a quick little side boss montage. tries. Not bad. Okay, so I found a summons that I think is going to work. I'm going with the Skeletal Militiamen because they operate almost exactly like this character from almost every Castlevania game in existence. You know this guy, he's a skeleton, you hit him, he falls apart, after a minute, he comes back to life. That's exactly what the Skeletal Militiamen do. I just need him to basically to be a distraction for the boss. When the boss kills them, they're going to fall apart, and then they'll come back to life. They barely do any damage, but I don't need them for damage. I'm going to try Godric again, but I'm not going to use the Skeletal Militiamen unless I need to. However, I think I am going to summon Nephililu. She's not doing a ton of damage to him, but that's fine. I don't really need her to. But again, it's all about the distraction. Same but in the skill. Almost. One more. There it is. So with the whips, it is manageable, but I'm still not quite there. I don't have the control where I don't need that extra summon sometimes to be a distraction. But we'll get there. At least on main bosses. It's like the dungeon bosses haven't really been too much trouble. But anyway, still working on it. Alright, I don't want these videos to be too long, so that seems like a pretty good stopping point. The next one will pick up right from here. Probably going to go to the Academy next, take care of Renala. I also want to go to Volcano Manor, so actually we might do Volcano Manor next. Because there we can get a few good items and at least one new whip. So probably going to be doing that next. Volcano Manor, and then take care of Renala. If you did like this, be sure to like and subscribe. I've been Big Dave, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.